Alex Behunin of LowKickMMA with Marcelo Rojo, who returns to action December 3rd at UFC Orlando. Marcelo, how are you?
Amazing, brother. Feeling really good.
Awesome, dude. Awesome. You are 10 days out. How are you feeling?
Like I'm enjoying the process. Like this is the last part. I'm getting a little bit anxious because I need to stop eating and eating whatever I want. So, but it was a great camp. I'm feeling amazing. I'm ready to perform.
Awesome. Awesome. I'm so happy that you're back. Let's go back and talk about your fight at UFC 271. What was the biggest thing that you learned from that fight?
Oh, I learned a lot about that fight. I mean, first of all, I learned that this sport because as a Latin American fighter, I always take this as a fight. So I don't give a fuck. I just fight anyone. But it is a growing sport, and I understand that right now there's levels to this shit. Like in the middle of the fight, I mean, I was feeling like really, really bad because my weight cut was awful, and I realized the level of this just fighting this guy. This guy is probably top 10, or if not, he's gonna be soon in a near future. But I was there just doing exactly what my coach says and everything we've been working for, and I couldn't find him. I mean, like in my head, I was like, "Fuck, this guy is too good. I need to knock the fuck out of him. Like any chance I got, I need to take it because he's too good." And I realized that during the fight, so I was like really mad with me, like really mad with a lot of things. I stylistically it was a bad matchup for me, and I never take it that seriously. I was like, yeah, it's a fight. I don't give a fuck. I just fight him. But it's not the way that the game it is. I mean, the UFC is the highest. There are the highest level fighters in the world, for a reason.
Hmm.
So I need to prove myself that I belong here. So I evolve. I evolved to do that.
So what you're saying is like the biggest kind of one of the biggest thing is like matchmaking, right? Like you don't automatically say yes, I want to fight this guy, right? Like you have to kind of think about it.
No, I mean, I still want to fight everybody because for me that doesn't change. But now I'm surrounded with people that knows about this and try to make the best matchup for me and try to make the best possible outcomes. Still going on a fight. Still, it's dangerous because it's still a fight. Anything can happen. But more like my fight for me because I mean my first fight I took a short notice against a prospect from Canada, like in Charles Jourdain. Like fuck, that's a tough matchup for everybody.
Right.
But I said, yeah, I don't give a fuck about this guy. And then the second match they gave me uh, against the top 15, top 10 against Kyler Phillips, and I was like, eh. And then I came with I changed camp and I'm being surrounded with people who knows about this sport. And James told me like, no, bro, this was not a fight for you. Uh, you need to talk about it. You need to realize. You need to understand a lot of shit that is going on in between in this sport. Like, so now I understand. Yeah. So
Got
I let those guys make the decision. But as soon as the UFC call me and say, "Hey, I got a fight for you," of course I say yes. But my coach always say, "Okay, let me think, and we're gonna see it." So yeah, that's the main reason.
gotcha. Well, that fight was all the way in February. Why the fuck did it take you so long to get a fight? What's up?
I don't know, man. I was like uh, training all fucking year, and then I was ready for a short notice again, but nothing happened. The UFC didn't call me, and then they just called me and offered me a fight. I can't remember against who, and I said, of course, yeah, I fight this motherfucker. But James told me like, look, you only been with me like 2 months. I need you to work with me more time, so I get to know you better, and you can realize even better things. So it's a point in my life that I say, I made all these changes, I made all this sacrifice. I need to start trusting the process and trust my coaches. So I say, okay, I let you handle this, but if there is a short notice that you think that we can take it, please take it because I need the money. And also I'm ready to fight. I mean, I'm training all year. I don't give a fuck. Short notice I take it because I'm training since my last fight. I don't stop training.
Crazy, bro. You're crazy.
Yeah, I know. This is the only thing I know how to do it. I mean, I don't know anything else. I don't know how to do anything else. Just fight.
I did want to talk about your move to Glory MMA. How's that been?
Oh, I mean, feeling amazing. Like I was saying, like after my last fight, I made a lot of changes. I changed the cities where I live. I came here to live in Vegas. I changed my old camps. Now I train here with a solid team in Brandon. And then when we got a fight, we moved to Kansas to do the fight camp there. Uh, Also, I changed management. Everything that surround me, I just changed it for the better. So yeah, in Kansas it was really hard. It's a room full of killers, and we're far away from home. It's a cold weather. We're alone there, so we're just grinding, brother. We just grind. It's a hard environment, but we don't care. We're just here to fight.
How is it having a lot of training partners that are in the UFC?
Oh, amazing! I was for this camp. I was training mostly with David Onama, also with Isaac Bulgarian, who's both guys got a fight right in January 14. So it was amazing. Like they're really killers. I mean, I need to go hard, 110% every practice. In the morning, they were really hard, and then we also train like madmen. So I've been running every day, doing the other workouts. So we've been training like 4 to 3 times daily. So we just go to the house, rest a little bit, eat a little bit, and then go again. And we have our coach there, our Muay Thai coach there, our Jiu Jitsu coach there. So we train even in the house.
Um, what was the big reason to go to Glory? I know that Brandon went over there, but like, was it more so you wanted to follow him, or was it kind of like a little bit of both? Like you wanted to follow him, but you also wanted to try out Glory.
Uh, we when we separate from the other camp, we came here to Vegas. We as a team, like Brandon, Macio, and me, we start talking about and we say, okay, we need to try other places to go to do camps and other coaches. And we've been like wandering a lot, like just trying new things and training in new places and see what was better for us. And then uh, we get to know James,
Mhm.
and and he's all about MMA, brother. Like I was living in his house. The first couple of times that he received me in his house, I get up at 6 a.m. and he was already watching fights, bro. Like, I'm gonna say, what you doing here? Like, you don't need to train. You don't. I mean, no, I can't sleep, brother. I'm just here watching fights. Like 6 a.m. in the morning. Like, okay, and he's like he reads MMA, and then one of the time that we have lunch, he sent me a test, a psychological test, and I say, "What is this for?" I mean, oh, I need to learn more about you, so I can teach you the way you can learn. So I was like, okay. I mean, he really teaches about MMA. Like he knows about this sport, and he is involved, and he loves his team. Like, brother, he sparred with me for this fight. He sparred with me. He do the wrestling round with me. He do the jiu-jitsu rounds with me. After every class, we sit down and talk about it. He invite me to his house to study the fights. Uh, I mean, I never have a coach like this.
Wow.
So as soon as we were there in the first week, we say, okay, guys. I mean, we all three concur that yeah, he really is a good coach. So we take some time and say, okay, maybe we need to go a little bit more and train with the whole team, and also see how he is with the team. And as soon as he hit the gym, uh, the first thing he does is just training particular with every pro fighters he has. So he has a schedule. I train with him on Tuesdays. Tuesday is my time at 9 a.m. I train with him, and then I just have a quick snack, and then I go with the team. But he just be there. He left his phone there. He everything that he needs to do it in the class. He left his phone and just focus on the class and focus on the technique. And we've been working a lot. And after we finish, he sit down with us and talk about the sport, talk about the judges, how they are being the matches, the different fights. I mean, it's amazing. It's an environment that you breathe MMA.
Awesome. That's awesome to hear. I know that you have lived all over the world. How has it been? How is it living in Kansas?
Oh, I mean, amazing. Most of the part that this year I wasn't in camp, so
Okay.
I get to eat a lot, like jack stack. I mean, and after we train, we go have breakfast in a really nice place. Like I've been here in the Quick Trip. They got an amazing sandwiches. Like I've been enjoying the food there, and the weather is pretty nice. I've never been in a city that snow, because in Argentina never snows. Only really down in the south, but in my city never. So I was like a little kid playing in the snow. Like man, and one time I go for a run, and a fucking deer come out. Like he was a deer, brother, a deer. And then we opened the door. I had my coffee in the morning, uh, in the yard, and there are rabbits there are squirrels. I mean, it's a new experience, and I'm like I say, the we've been living the samurai path, and you need to enjoy it. Like you need to enjoy it every step. And I've been living in Mexico, I've been living in Argentina, I've been living in different parts of USA. So for me, it's amazing. It's a really nice experience.
Awesome. Awesome. Another big thing is you're moving up to featherweight.
Yeah, yeah. Also, that was James.
What I mean, how has that been? I guess because I know that you cut a lot of weight. So how has it been kind of not focusing so much on the weight this camp?
Oh, that's the best part, brother. Because well, I as I was telling you, my last fight I got like it was the James was there and we start talking there, and he was watching me, and he also trained me that day because my former coach didn't make it to the fight, so he was there and he helped me for that fight, and he watched the process of me cutting weight, and that day I cut weight the whole day. I start in the morning. I need to cut like 18 pounds. So I start in the morning, and then in the afternoon, and it's supposed to get my weight at 7 p.m., but I couldn't. So we keep going until 1 a.m. That I hit 138. And then my friend Marshall told me that we couldn't do it anymore. So stop it at 138. And then, because I did a lot of sauna, I get bad stomach and get diarrhea, and I just made weight.
God damn.
And after that fight, we went to Kansas, and then we have lunch with James, and he came to me and said, "Look, these are your fights at 135. This one you win by knockout. It was pretty successful, but here the level is too high, and you need to realize that. And these one are the fight at 135 that you get tired in the third round. And these ones are your fights at 145, because I've been fighting in 155. Also in Argentina, I fought 170. 155, and then my career, my pro career started 145, and I was pretty successful there. And he told me, look, you got even you had knockouts and submission in the third round in 145, and then in 135, you got all the losses you got is because you get tired in the third round. Look, and why you get tired? If you run every day, you do all your cardio in training is pretty amazing. Why do you get tired? It's because the weight cut, brother. You're being cutting like 20 pounds in only the 5 week. You can't do that anymore. And I say, I just do it. I was doing it because my former coach just tell me to do it. And I mean, I'm a soldier. If my coach tell me, hey, you need to do this, I just shut the fuck up and do it because
Mm.
that's the way you do it. I mean, if you want to be a good student, you need to do that. So James told me like, man, no, it's better for us that you go to 45. You're a freaking big ass dude. I mean, when I'm off camp, I weigh like 180 because I love to eat too. So, but yeah, right now I'm 160. I'm getting up at 162. Like it's pretty good. Hopefully I enter 5 week at 156, 150. Yeah, 156, 157 is good.
Gotcha. Awesome. Well, thanks for sharing that, man. Well, let's talk about it, man. You're fighting Francis Marshall. What do you think of the matchup?
He's amazing. I mean, he's pretty good. He's undefeated. So he's a young kid. He's gonna come forward to me. He's gonna try to prove himself something. But I'm gonna be ready. I mean, I enjoy this shit. Like as soon as I get hit in the face, I'm gonna get mad and I'm gonna get crazy on him.
What do you think of his fight on the Contender Series?
Oh, he was pretty good. I mean, he fought a guy that he was exactly like him, and he maybe he got too much weight too, and he get tired after the second one. Because Francis is a young kid, he got a good cardio. So my cardio for this fight was amazing. I've been hitting like I've been running a lot. I've been training like a madman for this. Yeah, this need to be my best performance ever, and this is for me, only for me.
Awesome, awesome. It should be a very, very fun fight on paper. We know that you always bring it. Are you going in there and you're fighting in front of a crowd again, right? You did that in February. I know that you love fighting in front of a crowd. Does that just give you extra motivation?
Oh yeah, for sure, for sure. There's a couple of Argentinian people that are gonna be there that they just talk to me on social media and they tell me that they're gonna be there. A couple of friends of mine. Also, it's a really stacked card. Like there are amazing matchups. I need to do my best to get the bonus performance. So this needs to be the performance of my life because I'm tired of being poor, brother. I need some money.
Yeah, you've told me that before, so I think this is the fight where you're going to get your performance bonus.
Yeah.
um,
And the crowd's gonna be mad crazy because the whole event is gonna be good. So I need to really perform because they're really good matchups. I mean,
yeah, it's ridiculous. Plus, the UFC audience needs to see your Raptor. We haven't seen it yet.
yeah, yeah, yeah. And in front of a crowd, imagine that.
Yes, exactly. Well, at the end of the day, December 9th, how do you get your hand raised?
Oh, I've been working a lot in every aspect of the game. Uh, if this motherfucker come forward to me, I'm gonna take him down. I can submit him, but I really like to knock people out and put on some good shows. But for sure, he's gonna try to take me down. But we're gonna work. We're gonna be working, and first round is gonna be pretty fun, and then by the second or third, I'm gonna finish him.
Gotcha. And then last thing for me, I know this whole interview we've talked about not taking short notice fights and being smart, but if you get out of your fight with no injuries, you're fine. Do you want to turn right back around and fight on Brandon's card in Brazil?
Uh, I'm gonna think about that because we as a team like really focus on everyone's match. So the guys were helping me a lot for me to me for this fight. So after I finish, I'm gonna just take 1 week and run again with Brandon because he need to train a really good camp for this one. But if anything happen, maybe mm, January, February I can fight. Yeah, they can send me to Korea if anyone don't want to go, or they can send me to New Zealand too if something happen. I'm gonna be ready. I'm gonna be ready.
Awesome. Marcelo, thank you so much for your time, man. I really appreciate it. Always love talking to you. If you want to plug your social media, plug any sponsors, and you want to thank anybody, the floor is yours.
Uh, no, I don't have any sponsors who pay me. So if you guys are listening this shit, like if you want to sponsor me, yeah, let's go. And yeah, my social media is Pitbull Rojo UFC. I used to have another social media with a lot of followers, but fucking Mark Zuckerberg blocked me. So right now I got uh, only a couple of followers, but I'm growing. I'm still growing. Don't worry about that. Yeah, follow me, Pitbull Rojo UFC.
Make sure to subscribe to the LowKick MMA YouTube channel for all the latest news, event previews, and interviews with some of the biggest stars in MMA.